All right, guys. I titled this Just Be, and don't care about what people think or others' opinions. It's too much, it's too much expectation of black women from other black women. I mean, black women already get that from other people, like black men and non black people. But it's too much expectation of how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to talk, who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to respond, how you're supposed to wear your hair, what weight you're supposed to be, what clothes you're supposed to wear, by other black women. And I want to say this. Now, I know opinions, you shouldn't care about people's opinions, especially in this matter when it comes to you living your life. Okay? Okay, you can respect somebody else's opinion when you have a business and somebody have a critical constructive opinion on a business that you're running. That's different. But just on you and how you live your life, I'm sorry, nobody should they shouldn't. Here's what I mean by that. Just in my opinion, and I know I've already talked about, you shouldn't care about nobody's opinion, but I want to say this. I don't think it's a good idea for black women to be in these groups right now. I don't think any group is healthy for black women right now. Reason being because it always has to get into some kind of cult like thinking. I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care if you're divested. I don't care what kind of group it is. Sorority, pro black group. I don't care what it is. It's always got to be some group thing. But I'm seeing right now, in the last couple of years, it's getting harder for black women to be themselves than it seems like it was before, because now black women are understanding. A lot of black women, I believe, are waking up to where they really are. And so they're trying to come up with these strategies of how to maneuver this system and how to just survive in the world and how to interact with other people. And I think because a lot of black women have woken up to a lot of their positions. Now some are still asleep, but a lot of them have awakened to their position, and it seems like they're trying to figure things out. It's like you're trying so hard to figure things out that it's making you more confused. Seriously, I think you just need to be yourself. I made an audio, I think last year I made an audio saying that black women need to wake up to self-love. That's the only thing you need to wake up to right now is self-love. These groups, I feel like, are just so unhealthy because they don't know how, they still don't, nobody allows you to be you. Nobody allows you to be unique. Nobody allows you to be an individual. That's why I don't join them, because I'm so different. See, I'm going to tell you something. Growing up, I had black friends in high school, like high school black friends. But to be honest with you, and it used to bother me several years ago, it does not bother me now. I never really could have much in common with black people. And you know what? I tried. Like I would, try to talk to some black people, even some that would be on the internet, YouTube, try to not email, but, go into the comment section, and it just was extra hard for me to seem like I to have a conversation with black people like I could with a non-black person. It seems like I just didn't have. It's like our energy weren't connecting. As much as I tried and tried and tried, it seemed like it was a failed attempt to try to, not be friends with them, but just try to get to know more black people at my grown age. Okay, um, and I come to realize that if it shoe don't fit, it just don't fit. I'm not going to try to fit a square, what you call it, a circle into a square peg. I'm not going to do it. Whatever works for me works for me. Okay, and so I think right now that, for black women, and like I said, this is up to you. I think it's time to right now, grown black women. It's best to reach the little girls. If you have a niece, or if you want to mentor some little girls, I would want to mentor some little girls in the near future. Very near future, I want to mentor little black girls if I can, and because I don't have relatives near me. I'm in California. My relatives are several states away. So I don't really have, and plus I don't have girls that I can just mentor. So I can try to find some programs or something, within Los Angeles, and see what black girls I can talk to. But right now, you can't. The grown black women right now, I don't know what's going on. You have some that's still loyal to the men. You have some that's race loyal. You have some that's trying to break away. You got some that want a sisterhood and want to belong, so they're getting all these groups. You have some that teach you about dating and hypergamy and expanding your options. Listen, but what I notice about all these is that the expectations are even more harsh. It's even harder now that black women have truly awakened to to what's really going on. I see that black women seem to be more sensitive to however they're supposed to act than maybe 2 to 3 years ago. It's like you don't know, like you're walking on eggshells. You don't know who you're supposed to be. You don't know what you're supposed to say. You know, um, and it's like what I noticed too is that in these groups, it's always if you think something that maybe majority of the people within the group don't agree with, and you think a certain way, it's always, well, why do black women do this? Well, why do black women? If I was to say something, like I said, it's so black women are so much seem to be so much harsher. Not that they haven't never been harsh, because they always been harsh on other black women, but it seems like it's getting worse. Okay, because of this awakening and all these groups, and now you're telling us how to act, telling me how to talk. I'm supposed to be with somebody and not be single. That wasn't a problem before, but it seems like it's getting bad. Telling you who to date. It's like it's getting really really bad in this identity. It's like black women are going through a more of identity crisis now that the awakening has occurred, and so a lot of black women want somewhere to belong, and they want this sisterhood, and it's making them more confused. That's why I don't get into this stuff. It seems like it's making people more confused because they running from platform to platform, and just be. That's all I have to say is just be. That's why I said in the audio, black women need to wake up to self-love. That's the only thing you need to know is get to know yourself. The only thing you need to go know is yourself. Spend some alone time and get to know your own intuition. That's the only voice that you really need to hear right now, because there's too much confusion in these groups. Trying to belong is not working amongst this group of black women, because it just seems like it's just too much criticism, it's too much fighting, it's too much messiness. But you have messiness within all groups, but the biggest problem I see is everybody's telling you who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act and what you're supposed to say and what you're supposed to believe in. You know, you have black women telling you what you're supposed to believe in. You're either supposed to believe in a patriarchal religion or you're not. And if you don't believe in the other, something wrong with you. That's why I said leave it alone. I've never seen this much pressure in my doggone life on a group of people. And the biggest pressure seems like it's coming from black women more than it's coming from black men right now, because black women have been criticized so badly. The bashing, I think, has caused black women to be more sensitive and not sensitive towards each other as a way to be empathetic, but sensitive as a way to try to correct every single behavior that you do to keep somebody from talking about you. That's why I made an audio before saying nobody can make me look bad, because I'm sick. It's like it's getting out of control, trying to control somebody else's behavior. I think all this bashing and stuff, and then what other non-black people are doing, is making black women extra sensitive far more than black women were before. And then black women get in these groups trying to belong, and you can't really be yourself. You have to go. You can't go. You cannot go against the grain. You know. And one little thing that you might say that the entire group think might disagree with is because you a bum itch. I don't want to curse. You a bum itch. Not that I haven't cursed. I do curse, but I try not to make it a regular habit. You either a bum itch, or you this, or you a black itch, or you this, and you doing this because you a black woman. You just can't be a woman with your own opinion and your own mind. It's like if you do something that this group of people, no matter what group you're in, okay, it's like it's because you're a black woman. It's like people can't. When black women are in groups with other black women, especially at this time when you're trying to get in black groups, when you consider yourself separating from the black collective or so-called black community. It seems like when you get in those kind of groups that call themselves separating, it's like you almost have to walk on eggshells. Every little thing you do, you have to be careful. If you make one wrong move, is oh, well, why the black women? It's you're doing it because you're a black woman. You can't just do it. It can't just be that you might have done it because you're an individual person that has your own mind. It's because you're a black woman. So this is just too much, and I just suggest just leave this stuff alone. Leave these groups alone. Um, just reach the. I think it's best to try to work on reaching these girls. I'm not into telling people what religion they need to believe in, but if the message resonates with people, it resonates with people, and that's just how it is. Like attracts like. Um, yeah, I'm saying it's kind of a lost cause for grown women, regardless if they dating up or dating down or whatever they doing. Black women, I think, have become extra sensitive over these last few years because of all this criticism, and it's this constant being told of how you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do, and there's no freedom to really, really be yourself. And I just think right now, that's why I said study non-black women more, because I think non-black women are just a little freer when it comes to them being themselves, because they haven't had the level of criticism from the world that black women have had. And so they understand just how to live, okay? I know they have a strong patriarchy too, but I'm not even talking about the men right now. I'm talking about how black women are so, oh my gosh, so unhealthy for each other. Literally, black women are unhealthy for each other right now. And so that's what I'm talking about. I ain't even talking about men right now. I'm talking about black women are just toxic for two black friends that you get along with. But right now, black American women, United States black women, are very toxic for each other. And it's best to just see other groups of women just to see how they just live freely, because they're not held under that microscope like women are, if but trying to get these groups and trying to belong, and I understand trying to have a sisterhood, it's like you have to try so hard. You have to try so hard not to be judged by the group of people that you're trying to fit into. You're trying so hard not to be judged by the people that's in this circle. And black women are just very hard on each other. They harder than they used to be. And black women weren't very nice to each other from the beginning. But they even harder with all of this divestment going on and trying to create these groups. It's like now you got a lot of them think that they are better than you. If you make a decision they don't agree with, they're better than you, and you're trash. You're black trash. So that's all I got to say. I don't want to go on too long, but you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon.